our guest who's joining us on the line right now. Grant Cardone joins us here, and of course he is, he's with he's US TV's Turnaround King. He's a sales training expert, but also someone here who can, number one, tell us about this, but also maybe find a way that perhaps Phil might have had to put it in a better way, because he's been on pretty much a tour of apology ever since. So Grant joining us on the line right now. G'day, Grant. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Really good, thank you. I mean, in a similar way, you left California for Florida where there's no income tax. Were you disappointed that Phil Mickelson kind of backtracked yesterday and said, oh, no, that wasn't what I meant?
Yeah, I've been watching Phil. I'm a big fan of Phil, like you guys probably are. And I've been watching Phil defend his green jacket for years, defend his sport for years, defend his sponsors for years. And when he finally had an opportunity to defend success, making money, keeping money, and he backed off on it. I don't understand. That's not what champions do. In golf, you don't get a mulligan. You don't get to move the ball after it lies somewhere. You play it from where it's at. And he made a statement saying, hey, I'm being overtaxed. I may have to consider leaving California. By the way, he will. He will leave California. The truth is he only lives there half the year now anyway. Why should they get 13%, which is what the state gets? They get 13% of every dollar he makes.
Wow. So, moving to Florida, Tiger Woods did it a little while ago. How much do you think he's saved by not living in California?
I did the calculations. I think conservatively, Tiger Woods has saved $60 to $80 million.
Wow.
And, the divorce kind of whacked a bunch of that out, but...
Yeah. True, yes.
That could have saved him a lot more money.
Yeah, but the point is this. Here, let me tell you how broken California is. I've lived there 22 years in California. I love California. I raised my family there. I had my children there. I got married there. I used to live in Lionel Richie's house in Hollywood. And I left it only for one reason. No, it's not that I didn't love California. Everybody loves California. I left it because they continued to raise the taxes on the top earners and then not get anything from those other people. It's just a broken state, because in that state, I can go back there and visit 179 days a year. I can live in a hotel or a house. I can consume the beauty and the roads and all the great things about California and never pay a penny in tax. So why would I live there and pay millions of dollars to live there when I can go there and use it?
That's a good point. Hey, Lionel Richie's house, did it have a dance floor on the ceiling? Please tell me you could dance on the ceiling in Lionel Richie's house.
That's where he wrote that song, actually.
Brilliant! Yes! Love that. That's great. Sorry, Smithy, carry on.
Is California the only state in America that does this to its millionaires, to its heavy earners?
New York has the same problem. And I live in Miami. You say Florida, but the truth is I live on Miami Beach. It's very, very international. It's not like the rest of Florida. And half my neighbors are from South America, and the other half are from New York. So all these big Wall Street guys, some of the top multi-level marketing executives in the country, these guys are making huge, huge money. They live in Florida, and the reason they're living here, it's a beautiful place to live. Miami's very international. It's a great place to party and go out and dine, and it doesn't cost. They don't take any of your income tax. What that leaves you with is the state has more money. People have more money here to actually consume things and grow their business. Like, I'm not a big consumer, but I came here and I've already added 100% more employees than I had in L.A. from the money I'm saving. I'm not a greedy guy. I'm using the money to reinvest in my companies.
Grant, can you tell us, just put it in dollar and cents terms for our listeners, if Phil Mickelson, or anyone for that matter, living in California as a resident, earns $1 million, what will they net in their back pocket?
$1 million. Let me do quick, okay? See, the reason the number came out to be 62 in the papers for Phil, and people don't understand this. Federal here, his tax rate is 39.8, so 40. That's the federal. That's the country's tax rate. Plus the state is 13.3, so now we're at 53.3. But you see, the other things that Phil gets taxed on, property taxes 1.5 or just 1.4. Every car he buys, the jet he leases, he's going to get heavily leased on. Properties he owns around the world are going to get leased. It doesn't matter where Phil earns his money. He can earn it in New Zealand. California wants some of it. And it just doesn't make any sense. I own apartments, for instance. I own one of my businesses is real estate, and I own a bunch of apartments in another state. Well, California wants to be paid on that. Well, why? They're not even in the state. So it's not like California gives Phil a better golf swing. What are they doing to contribute to the party? Nothing.
Grant Cardone is with us here at your live sport breakfast. Well, then on the flip side, why does Florida and Arizona, why do they not do that? Surely they're looking at other states going, hey, hang on, they're getting some extra bucks. I mean, do you think they've got a 5% coming in?
Because it's more viable. It's Texas, Florida, Tennessee, Washington, the state of Washington, and Nevada don't charge state tax because they want to attract people. Like if you want to sell a product, you don't raise the price. If you want to sell double, triple, quadruple the product, you don't raise the price overnight. That's what California's doing. California's trying to solve its problems by taxing a handful of people. It's the same thing the U.S. government's trying to do. It will not work.
Grant, I get the feeling you're actually happy with what Phil Mickelson said. You like the way someone's coming out and saying, "Look, this isn't about Phil Mickelson. This is actually about California, isn't it?"
Dude, this is about the whole world. Because let me tell you, if California tips over, it pulls the entire global economy down. California is the most beautiful, broken state in the United States. So somebody's got to make some. I mean, this is way bigger than Spain and Greece. Their problems are immense. They would make Spain, Greece, and Italy look like just a quiver of an issue.
Wow. I mean, can you see a way out for them, though? I mean,
well, yeah. If people would stand up, if Phil would stand up and say, "Hey, I am being taxed unnecessarily. It is brutal, and I'm thinking about leaving. It was a bad decision by the governor." But instead, see, he's worried about offending someone, or his manager's like, "Oh, Phil, don't do that. They're going to say you're greedy." Yeah, so what? They're going to say you're greedy, dude. What's the big deal? You're out there working your ass off every day to make money. That's why everybody goes to work, not to give it away.
Yeah. Well, Grant, hey mate, thanks very much for being on with us. It's it's really good to get your thoughts on things and that as well. And of course, you can head to Twitter to follow Grant there as well. You can follow on or even have a look at the website as well. And I'll spell the surname for you: Cardone, grantcardone.com, and you can jump on there and there's all sorts of stuff there. There's Grant with his books, and you can see some articles and stuff he's written as well, man. So look, thank you very much for your time today.
Hey, and I'll get you some followers in the U.S., all right?
Okay, brilliant. We'll do that. There we are. So it's at Grant Cardone, at Grant, Cardone, if you want to get into that. That's interesting, isn't it? I like how he's very much like, nah, this is about earning money. This is about you've earned your money. Okay, actually, speaking of earning money, we're just going to earn some money, then we'll come back and talk about the earning of money.